All right, it's the Janitas Chaos TV live stream. Today we have Tarja on. Totally looking forward to this one. So let's roll that intro, rock and roll. All right, let's see if we got Tarja in, and I will invite her in. There she is. All right, we will get this show rocking and rolling.
Hey!
Hey, there she is.
Hi!
Yeah, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you? Oh God, it's so
Fantastic.
dark here. Can you see me?
I can see you perfectly. And I want to say, Kitos, Kitos, thank you very much for joining me on the live stream today. We've been
No
looking forward to
worries.
it. Yeah,
Pleasure. Pleasure.
so what part of the world are you in right now?
I'm at home in Spain, in southern Spain, here
Okay,
in Andalusia. Yeah, we moved
okay.
here around, how is it, around 4 or 5 years ago, something like that. We've been here and yeah, found a new place. We moved from Buenos Aires, but you know it's a Spanish-speaking country, so I'm okay here. I'm really happy here, and yeah, at the moment here, I just returned from Finland actually. Hmm.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I sort of heard about that. Um, so what's it like in Spain? Like, I guess, do you speak, you most likely speak many different languages, I
Yeah.
assume.
Yes, I speak
Yeah.
Spanish as well. Yes. Or at least I try to.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Koska, mina puhun hyvin suomea, mutta I'm still learning. So for me, I'm an older gentleman who moved to Finland as an American. So it's just very difficult for me to pick up the new language. And
Oh, wow.
yeah,
And the language you have picked up as Finnish, you know, very difficult
exactly.
one of the hardest ones. So I raise my hat on you. I mean, seriously, if you're willing to learn, that is already amazing. Thank
Mm.
you. It's
Ki-
like thumbs up.
Kiitos, kiitos. So, among other things, I think today we want to talk specifically about your new Christmas album. So,
Yeah.
it's from Spirits and Ghosts, and it's a score. Can you tell us a little bit about it? Because I have so many other questions for you, but let's talk about that since that's the big thing.
Yeah, no worries. Actually it's a reissue of this album. It came out a couple of years ago already, and I worked it together. But this reissue is involving a live album. That is actually the first time I'm recording, or I was recording Christmas concerts. I've been doing this for so many years. It's becoming already like a tradition for me, or it's been like that for several years already, but this album is pretty different Christmas album. I would say that it's not like the common jingle bells and happy tunes. It's like it doesn't suit with my voice for my voice either to sing those kind of cheery, you know, songs. But it's actually an album that was meant to be for those lonely people in Christmas. You know, Christmas is not necessarily a happy celebration for everybody. I mean, it's actually quite sad to many of us. It kind of reminds us from all those loved ones we have lost already along the way. And I wanted to make an album that could really give comfort to an album that could really calm us and make us feel that we are together. And it's an album that's been made with a symphonic orchestra, some percussions here and there, and my
Okay.
voice. Mm.
Wow, that's awesome. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
it's only like it's very different. And the arrangements of the very known songs are very dark, very dark. We have kind of twisted them on, turned them totally around. songs like the Christmas tree is like a score from a horror movie or something like that. But it was meant to be like that. I really worked very hard with the arrangements with Jim Dooley, American songwriter,
Okay.
composer, movie composer. So we've known each other since many years already. So we worked this together. This as a first album together, only two of us.
Well, you talk about the album as dark, and I noticed that from being from Philadelphia and moving here to Finland, Christmas time, especially November, December, it's very dark, as they like to say, and there's a magical sense when you're here in Finland during Christmas time. It's amazing. It's actually the most amazing place to be during
It
Christmas. But
is.
yes,
I
but
completely agree with you. It's a Christmas country, I would say. I
well,
mean,
of course,
yeah, it
Santa
is.
Claus is here in Finland, so
Yeah, but also the darkness surrounding you, it's like that. You can't really. We Finns, we put up all the candles, we enjoy the lights, we enjoy all the sense of Christmas and the whole thing about being very quiet among the family together with the loved ones is very special time of the year, and I haven't found that similar feeling anywhere in the world. I've been spending my Christmases in Spain or in Caribbean, even in I'm in Argentina, Germany, in so many places, but Finland, Christmas is special. Is special.
yeah. Well, I suppose spending it in like places that are warmer climate is probably a little different. I don't think I've ever done that in Philadelphia. It's very similar in a way with Finland. It gets snow, and obviously it's not as cold, but it's magical. But yeah, you're right. Something about Finland is very magical and dark. And I think I actually have my views because in Finland there's so many great musicians and bands that come out of Finland, as we speak to Tarja right now, of course. And I think a lot of it is to do with the fact that for like many months of the year, it's very dark, it's very cold, there's nowhere to go, and a lot of people they just hunker down in the bomb shelter rehearsal rooms or whatever, and just make music all winter long. And
Yeah.
I think that's one of the reasons why Finland is so rich with metal and rock and roll music. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, totally. I mean, sorry, that's my doorbell. Somebody's
That's
maybe
okay.
a mailman. I'm alone at home, so he's gonna throw my package on the. Well, we are in. Actually, today we got the news for the. Sorry, I'm responding you soon, but
That's
we got
okay.
a
I'm
news
listening.
that we are in quarantine again, kind of the whole Andalusia. So we are not able to move around again. So
Okay.
we can get out, we can go to work, or people can go to work, but we need to have the permission to move again. It's pretty bad again. So, but yeah, Finland definitely with all the nature around, all the four seasons, the nature has a huge impact in artists in general, huge influence. Since ever, I would say, since ever the beginning of the music, talking about classical music, even Sibelius as our father of music, I would say that he was also super influenced by the nature and by the darkness and by all the seasons, seriously. So have I. And naturally, it's like for me, something that wherever I am and wherever I am writing my songs, the nature is affecting me different ways, and it's very natural in a way.
Yeah. And you mentioned a symphonic orchestra. What was it like working with them for this album? Did you get to be like there when they were actually doing things, or
No,
how did that
actually,
work?
this album was done with the symphonic orchestra, but not with the live orchestra.
Okay.
I've been working with several symphonic orchestras before. Several. I've been doing a lot of tours and concert tours and arrangements with symphonic orchestras. I've been singing as a solist in front of the orchestra several times, so I have a lot of experience in that. But particularly on this album, actually, the I would say it's a symphonic orchestra, but they are samples that sound even in some cases better than a symphonic orchestra. You know, the
Okay.
guy Jim is having incredible library of samples, and these samples are being recorded by the symphonic orchestra, so the live orchestra. So all these score
Okay.
guys, you know, that score in movies, they many, and especially these times when economically the situation is getting harder and harder, even for everybody to work. They
Yes.
have recorded these symphonic orchestras and then they sample them. And sometimes they even use the symphonic orchestras together with the samples, which makes the score sound even better. But this time on my album, there are samples. They sound pretty well. You need to check it out.
Of course, and everybody watching, I know we all need to check it out. You just talked about the fact that you guys are going back into your second quarantine in Spain now. Can you tell me? So obviously, do you miss performing live? And
God, you
when?
put that image in front of me and I die.
I know. So how does it feel to not be certain about what's going on with the future and shows and things?
Yeah, the uncertainty is that's the bitch, I would say. I mean, that's the hardest part in here. That, you know, there is no one that really can tell us how long this will take. And I'm an artist. I'm a person very sensitive, and I can talk for all of us. I think we are sensitive creatures. We are emotional people. So in a way, it has always been for me a fact that I need to fight for my dreams to be able to make it, you know? I have been on the edge. I'm like riding on the waves and waiting for, you know, like in everything in life, there are ups and downs, okay? But now the situation is that when there is no way that you can work, there is no way of me fighting against, there's no sense for me to fight against the universe because I cannot. I just need to maintain my positiveness, maintain my faith and my will to, you know, whenever this is over, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go for real. So first of all, when somebody's telling you that you're not able to work anymore, then that as an artist is a really hard thing to take in, I have to say. And this is for everybody, the same thing, the uncertainty of not knowing how long this will take.
Well,
Psychologically, really tough thing to go through.
so I've been doing these live streams now ever since the first quarantine started. I decided to do something instead of sitting around watching Netflix. I think the Tiger King was on at the time, and I was like, all right, I've seen it enough. And I just
Yeah.
wanted to say that there are a lot of people watching this. There's a lot of up and coming aspiring bands watching this, including fans of music. And the fact that you're out here, you're doing live streams, you're putting out new music, you're active on social media, it shows that you have the drive and the dedication and determination to move forward, even though, of course, you might not be able to physically perform in front of an audience. You're still able to do that. And I think a lot of people really need to look up to what you're doing, what some of the other guests that I've had on, like Lena Scissorhands or Marty Ray Project, we're all doing something right now because this is what we can do. We can keep our bands relevant, keep our brands going. And I think it's even more so for the smaller up and coming bands to see that you're still doing this as well. it just goes to show that we all really need to do it. And I really appreciate the fact that you're joining me on the live stream and that you're continuing to represent us artists. That shows that we're not going to give up. We're not going to throw in the towel. I play in a band with Andy McCoy, and he said something really interesting when the COVID started hitting. He said, a lot of the bands that are throwing in the towel or calling it quits, he's like, in a way, it's going to weed out the bands that are really determined and dedicated, that really, really want to do it. They're going to stay, and the bands that maybe aren't as determined or dedicated, they're going to slowly work their way out. What are your thoughts on that?
It's very hard. I mean, for me, it's been very important also to maintain the contact with my fans. I mean, my audience, my listeners, because they as well, they suffer in this situation as well. They are missing their favorite bands, their main favorite artists. They're willing to get together. They are missing the togetherness, the feeling of being together and celebrate life and music and love and everything together with us, with their favorite artists. So I think that is very important for them also to see that I'm here. I haven't gone anywhere. That they have given me the strength to do what I love, even in these difficult times, and even more than ever, actually. So it's like, I wouldn't even think of going away. I mean, this has to be for us the feeling, the now or ever, now or never, and the feeling that we need to get out of this, and we're gonna smash it. I'm just afraid, I'm very not afraid, but I'm afraid that when the time comes that I will go there out and really rock it for the first time, I'll break all my bones. I mean, I am gonna do that. I think that it's gonna be aching for a long time. My body is asking for it, seriously. That's why I'm going, to a gym and working hard, because working out like crazy, because I miss the shows so much. My body is missing them.
Of course, and of course you've been doing these church shows in Finland for Christmas time. Any plans on doing something similar to this? I know that you do have some shows coming up.
Yeah, I do have. That is amazing. I mean, I got the news a couple of days ago that there are 3 shows in Finland. Actually, Finland, my home country. I'm very, very happy that I got the opportunity to go again and to sing this. It's like something really mentally very important to me to know that, okay, at least I wish for that everything is gonna go well, and I will be there in December, in the middle of December. There are 3 shows in Finland: Tampere, Helsinki, and Turku. And, and before that, actually, there are two live streams that they haven't been, announced yet. But
is that news? Is that? All right.
Yes, I will be doing 2 live streams with the same lineup than the concerts in Finland. And these are worldwide live streams, obviously, for the first time, for the people that have not been able to see me doing these special concerts at the end of the year, because the time is very limited. But I have had requests like, oh my God, so many countries and so many fans that would have loved to be there, but unfortunately have not been able to. But now they will get the chance. So there will be 2 concerts, live stream concerts, broadcasted from Düsseldorf, Germany, just before these live shows in Finland. And so you will get to know about it, I think, today. So it will.
All right. Hey, thanks. And the guys at the Kaaos, I'm sure, are super happy that you said that now, because that's
you're
awesome.
the first one to know.
Hey, Kiitos. Tarja, I just wanted to say there's a huge Japanese following during these live streams that we've acquired, and it's because of this woman named Hiro. She's my partner actually, and she writes for the biggest online music publication in Japan called Barks. And she had a couple questions for you. If you don't mind, I'd like to ask you some of the questions.
Please.
So she said that she saw that you're going back to Spain, and you told us about how long you were living there. But she says when you go back to Spain after visiting Finland, is there something that you always like to bring back home? Maybe salmiakki or something like that?
For sure. I have a half luggage full of salmiakki. I do. I have. And my daughter, you know, that's priority when we go to Finland. We need to get some laku, salmiakki. What else? I brought some honey.
Okay. Chocolate? Do you like the chocolate?
Yeah, the chocolate with salmiakki. That's the Turkish pepper thingy. And what else I brought? Some glöggi I brought also. I got to bring one bottle of glöggi. And that's about it basically, because I was kind of limited with my space and all that. But yeah, there are things like that. I always do some sauna scents for my sauna. I have a sauna here in Spain too, but in Finland they are selling these really amazing scents to put under the water, and then with the löyly, it's perfect. Or some pipari scent or glöggi scent, those I have for Christmas.
Okay, so Hiro goes on to ask, she says that you recorded a song, Ave Maria, with Marco about 3 years ago, and you were also on stage with him during one of the heavy Christmas tour. It was a wonderful surprise for her, and she wanted to know, how did that come about?
Yeah, well, it was planned like that. I got an invitation to take part of this Raskasta Joulua, these kind of heavy Christmas shows in Finland at the end of the year. They do a big productions every year. They've been doing on these shows for many years already. So I've been very happy to join them in the recent years, in the last couple of years. And at one point, Marco was there. The first time I actually met him after so many years not being even in contact. So it was pretty emotional situation for both of us to really sing a song like Ave Maria together. I mean, it was really, I would say that it was so emotional that people in the audience, they really, it kind of made the whole time stop for a moment. So it was really amazing experience. So yeah.
Yeah.
I hope to see these guys at the end of this year too. I don't know yet if I'm gonna be there, but I will call them if they want me or not.
Ihana. So she also goes on to say that in the 2020 edition from Spirits and Ghosts album, you did a collaboration with many interesting artists. Flora is one of them, and she was also one of the members of the Heavy Christmas Tour. Did you meet her on that tour, or did you already know her before?
Oh, I know Flora for many years back.
Okay.
I know her, yeah. Oh, we know each other since, oh my goodness, since she was in After Forever. I mean, really like for a long time. I had to think. We were even touring together when I was in Nightwish and she was in After Forever. We were touring together. So we know each other for a long time. And we have been maintaining contact. And when she joined Nightwish also, she was the one that sending me a message. And so, yeah, really like, for a long time.
And Hiro also says that she saw Michael Monroe's name on it, and you both were, of course, on The Voice of Finland, season 4 and season 5. Have you been friends ever since that show, you and Michael?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have to say, I met him again when I was in Finland now. So,
Okay.
But zip it, because the rest I can't tell you what I was doing there.
Okay.
Top
Okay.
secret.
Of course.
Top secret. But
I won't say anything to Andy, I promise. So you have 3 Christmas shows next month, a little bit before Christmas. And you, of course, you just disclosed that this live streaming thing might come up before that. But do you have what are you planning on doing? Anything special for them? Are you going to Are they going to have like I don't know, I guess like a Christmas vibe? It's not going to be in a church, right? They're going to be at like normal venues.
Yeah, there are normal venues like Tampere-talo, big venues in a way. Tampere-talo, Kulttuuritalo, Logomo in Turku. Those are like concert venues.
Yeah.
I haven't thought about really how could I make a signing sessions? Could I make something with the people? Could I get closer to them? Something like that. It would be lovely. But those things we will get to know. I will get to know and feel
Yeah.
closer to those
Did you say
things.
you're playing at Logomo in Turku?
Yes,
Hey,
yes.
because I live in Turku. I'll have to try to come out to that one.
Ah, nice. You
Yeah.
need to come over.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I know that you're a busy gal, and I don't want to keep you too much longer. So we should probably start wrapping the stream up. But see, I was a little bit clever the other day because I posted the fact that you were coming on, and everybody's been anticipating this, waiting for you. And I had a question on the Instagram story, and I was asking people if they had any questions for you, and I had such a big response. You are such the rock star, Tarja. So many people were asking questions on my
Good luck.
DMs on the Instagram. Yeah, it was blowing up. So I was like, oh my gosh. So I went through some of them and I was going
Good.
to ask you some. And let's see, I've never done this before, but we'll try it with you. Why not, right? There's a first for
Yeah.
everything. So you mentioned that you were working on a picture book about your life. Is that still happening?
Yeah. It's still happening, but
Okay.
I cannot tell you too much about it. We are working on it. We are in the finishing touches. Yeah, something like
Okay.
that. Hmm.
Let's see. You have a concert in Finland during your Raw tour. Your Finnish fans miss you. Yeah, it's hard to read some of these because, like I said, this is the first time I've done this. So I'm doing Instagram magic right now. What is your opinion of the? Oh yeah, this is a good question. What is your opinion on the fan pages that people make for you on Instagram?
Fan, what? I
The
cannot
fan
read.
like so on Instagram, like of course your page is verified and all that stuff, but then there's lots of
Fan
different
pages.
fan pages. What are your
Ah,
thoughts on those?
I have a lot of fan pages. It's incredible the amount of people that are there, like spreading the news in an immediate, immediate way. I have a lot of fan pages, um, and it's incredible the support that I really love those people there.
Okay.
They're really, really. It's not that they are trying to be me. No, they are just fully spreading the news and sharing their love, and like there are communities in those, and they're really, really. It's unbelievable the whole world around there. Seriously. So
Yeah, I
I
think it's a
am
great thing,
proud of them.
especially when there's places like obscure places around the world that maybe a lot of people aren't able to, get information to, that they have these fan pages in all these places.
Yes.
It's really great, and you have a lot of them actually.
It's I have a lot, and I have also official fan club with their web pages, and that is like an international, worldwide, global fan club. And those are also the people that are there. They are working very hard. You know, whenever something is really going on, they are really working very hard together, even with the promoters. So my fans are incredibly loyal people.
And
They are.
they're incredible. And I do want to say to everybody watching right now, I see the streams are going crazy. Everybody's chatting, and I'm not able to read all the
Yeah,
comments, of course, because I just want to
yeah,
focus on
I'm
Taria.
checking it.
But
I'm
I
checking how many.
appreciate everybody
Lot of
that's commenting. We thank you very much for that. And I just had a couple more photos I wanted to go through before we wrap up the stream. And of course, I saw this one, and the caption was when your entire collection of music is on the floor, or something like that. Tell us about this.
Kind
What
of,
were you doing?
kind of. I mean, seriously, it's not all of it, but
Okay.
yeah, kind of it.
All
There are a
right.
lot of things missing, even that. But it's like, how long I've been around. I mean, I've been very lucky woman to be around for such a long time already. I'm what the heck, since '96. So we're soon celebrating. My God, my my 30 years of music. How old I am.
Nah, come on, that's nothing. You got another 30 to 40 to 50 years more,
Yeah,
right?
but it's been an incredible joyride. Yeah, it's been
So,
incredible.
so
Incredible.
this is what Tati is doing. She's on quarantine. She's around the house all day. So then she just takes out her whole collection or most of her collection and just like play. It's almost like you're like a lopsy. You're playing like building blocks with like your albums and stuff.
I was trying to organize. Actually, I was trying to organize everything on my audio room. I have an audio room at home, and we were
Okay.
trying to organize, put albums in order. Seriously, because it's a mess down there. Everything is supposed to be in alphabetical order, and if you want to go and check out something, I mean, you cannot find anything. And so we were doing that, and then I had the idea that okay, let's do these, let's put them, and suddenly there happened to be like hundreds of albums on the floor, and I'm like, my life is on the floor, literally.
Yeah, I thought that was great. And also this one here, I guess this is in Spain, maybe? Is this somewhere in Spain?
It's just right down there, like
Okay. I
just
figured.
behind me.
So
Yeah,
this is your daily view. This is your daily view.
kind of, I need
It's
to
beautiful.
walk a bit, but I'm doing that almost every day, whether I go to the sea or I go onto the mountains. That's what I love here, the nature surrounding with the mountains and the sea nearby. It's really beautiful and it's green through the whole year. So, but this was a moment I needed on my own and went for it just to gather my thoughts because there's nothing nicer, nothing more beautiful than really the sound of the ocean. It makes you find the peace. So
Yeah.
it's
And and
important.
and you said that it's green because, obviously here in Finland, actually today is a sunny day, which is harvoin is very
Yeah,
rare, but
yeah,
generally it's very gray and dark. So in Spain, I guess you don't have that darkness as much.
not much. Only the sun is setting quite early already, and in the mornings it's pretty dark. But then it's full of light, and I need that myself. I got away from Finland mainly because of the darkness. Seriously, I am one of those persons that I kind of feel the lack of energy so much taking my energy that I really need to get more light in my life. Buenos Aires already offered me that, and I felt better to be able to create and all that. So here is the same. Here's the same. I don't necessarily need the heat. I'm not a person that lays on the sun under the sun all the time. I'm not that kind of. I don't. But I need the light to make me wake up and to feel more energetic. That is what Spain or this place is offering me.
And before we end the stream and talk about the Christmas album one more time, I had one more question for myself that I wanted to ask you. And it's not like a question, is more of it's a thing. So you have your merchandise and again, I think everybody watching this, if you haven't already, I'm sure most people here have checked out your music, but if you haven't, listen to Tarja's music. And if you like it, share it with your friends. And I say this all the time to all the bands, because right now, I wanted to ask you, a lot of the music venues are starting to shut down. And I'm talking about the 300, 500, 800 seat venues in the middle. And I think what's very important is for people like Tarja to come on and to promote her music and promote herself. It's in a way going to help save the venues from closing down, because if the bands can continue having a following, and when the shows open back up, you can get back out to the venues, then the venues will be filled and they won't need to shut down. And right now we're at risk of losing many, many great medium-sized venues. And I'm worried that at one point, if we lose most of them, it's either going to be small little coffee shops or big ice arenas and nothing in between. So I find it very important for all of us to support all the artists that we have on the live stream, including Tarja. You can check out her merchandise. You can check out her music. Share it with your friends. I mean, do you feel that the music venues are shutting down in Spain, or have you seen anything like that? Because in Helsinki we lost like 2 or 3 already.
Oh, well, there is nothing going on in Spain. I mean,
Okay.
seriously, there is no events here at all. The nightclubs are closed. I mean, no theaters are functioning. Nothing is going on. Mm-mm. Not in Finland. That I was there recently, and I've seen that they take the half capacity in. The artists can still kind of find some work, or the actors, or
Yeah.
here, nada. Here is absolutely a disaster. I mean, seriously, the whole industry in this country is really bad.
What do you think? What do you think they're going to do? I mean, before the COVID hit in Spain, was there not already a lot of places to play? Was it very few places to begin with, or was there many places and then they all just shut down?
No, many. There are many places.
Okay.
I've been touring Spain throughout my career, and always finding different venues, or there are a lot of venues, and so I haven't reached directly the promoters at the moment because everybody's just really trying to survive. So, but there are many places, and I really hope that somewhere or another we will get to be there again, together again.
Well, that's one of the reasons why we're doing these live streams. At least why I started this is because we wanted to just like I said earlier, keep moving forward.
Yeah.
Because there is something that we can do, and something simple like this for you to come on this live stream and just let people know that you're still here, you're still moving forward, you're still putting out music, you're still doing things. I think that gives a lot of hope for a lot of these venues and up and coming aspiring bands to do the same, because we don't want to lose our live music. I couldn't imagine a world without live music. I mean, just listening to it is not enough. I mean, like you said, you touch people emotionally when you perform, and that's what people need. We need that. So I really, really appreciate the fact that you're doing this and that you would take the time to join me today on the live stream. I had such a great time with you, actually, and I'm looking forward to seeing you when you come to Turku. That'll be fantastic.
That'll be amazing. That'll be amazing.
So is there anything that you want to say before we end the stream today about, where people can check out your stuff, or just in general that you want to tell some of the listeners?
Just in general, I really want to tell you all that I miss you, and that I love you, and that we are all still together. We are all still together. And believe me, I'm working hard to get things rolling. I mean, I've been working hard. There are a lot of new great things coming up. If you won't be able to see me, close to you in a way, you won't see my performances, but you will get to hear. You will get to hear new music. You will get to see good stuff coming up. So keep faith, stay strong. That's all. Yeah.
And for all those who aren't able to see you, we can check out those live streams, of course, that you mentioned, and we're looking forward to that.
That's the next.
Yeah,
that's the next thing in December. But you will get to hear about them today. So you can check the information.
But hey, I really appreciate the guys at Kaaos are also very happy that you came on, and I hope that we can continue a relationship after this. And if you ever want to come and have news again, I would love to have you back on the show. I really enjoyed speaking with you, and thank you, and thanks to everybody joining. You guys rock. And so what I normally say at the end of every stream, I will see you on the next stream. Rock and roll. Say bye-bye.